What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Week 1 Wishlist or Nah, a series where we take a look at upcoming video games and discuss whether we'll scoop them at release, grab them later, or leave them for someone else to enjoy. My name is Brother Cam, and in this video, we'll talk about an upcoming action shooter called Evil West. Its story places you as a gun-toting agent of the Rentier Institute, a secret vampire hunting organization that's tasked itself to confront a long-hidden bloodthirsty menace. From vampires hiding in plain sight, to feral monstrosity sent on a rampage, you can fight against them alone or with a friend to defend America and save humanity. Evil West is being developed by Flying Wild Hog and will be published by Focus Entertainment. It will be released for PlayStation 4 and 5, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X and S, as well as PC on September 20th, 2022. Before we delve into our impressions of the game, let's take a look at one of Evil West's most recent trailers. Alright guys, so here we are with the release date trailer for Evil West by Flying Wild Hog. Let's go ahead and take a look at it and see what it wants to show us. All right, so going back, I remember the promotional material mentioning how there will be other mythical creatures in addition to vampires. This one appears to be a possible werewolf or some other hairy abomination. And then we have another creature here who appears to be feeding on possibly a horse. It's next to a wagon.
I have a bad feeling about this.
One wrong move and we're dead in the water.
The one right
That
move.
appears to be Chester from the 10-minute gameplay trailer that I was watching earlier. And I like how these little details here where it appears we have something being covered or talked about or discussed that took place in Washington, D.C. Even though the title is Evil West, it's definitely made apparent that the threat that you will be facing is on a nationwide scale throughout the American frontier.
End this war.
Okay, so here we have what appears to be Jesse Rentier, a vampire hunting agent within the Rentier Institute. His father is the founder, who I believe his name is William. And one of the things I wanted to bring up in while this character is in view is the fact that this particular character, or this particular game, Evil West, in comparison to something like a Remnant from the Ashes. And the reason why I'm bringing Remnant into this discussion is because both of these are games with a heavy Western aesthetic feel and influence within its game. What I like about Evil West is that the primary protagonists or the people or the characters that you will play have these pre-existing identities. Like here we have Jesse, the son of William. There's also Amelia Blackwell and Edgar Gravenor, I believe his last name might be, where you have these characters who are pre-existing, so there's more of an authentic feel with their involvement in the story versus being some blank, nameless, customizable hero in Remnant from the Ashes. I think it'll be better for the story. That's just my opinion, but we'll go ahead and move forward.
Still on your father's leash, I see.
Okay, so we have Chester egging on,
What did you see while Felicity was in your
presumably Jesse.
Death.
Okay, let's dance.
Okay, looks like we finally have some gameplay action here. Yeah, so I'm really liking, and if you also notice some of the world building. Now I'm sure it's not procedurally generated the way Remnant is, but I'm seeing like, the Rocky Canyons, the old dusty, rustic, environments that you'll be doing a lot of your gameplay in. Here we have some, like I mentioned before, we have some gameplay here. I don't know why in a lot of these trailers there's not heads up display information. I'm not a developer or an editor, so I'm not sure, but I noticed that a lot in some of these trailers where heads up display is usually not available in these short trailers. But we still have a good look at some of the
Yeah, that was pretty.
items that you'll be able to use, the weapons and the enemies that you'll encounter. Yep, the electricity base. That looks like a leecher from the 10-minute trailer I was watching earlier. Yep. Yeah, no, I like it. So, the release is just under 3 months away. That's almost October. Pretty much an early fall release looking like. I like how it's for current gen systems, but we're going to go ahead and return to the video where I will express more thoughts there. All right. Some of my favorite things about evilwest gameplay are the various enemy types, its tool and ability upgrade tree, as well as its level design and illumination. The world of evilwest looks similar to games like Remnant from the Ashes, but I think it will set itself apart with the help of its story. Granted, the lore that's presented in its promotional material is a significant cry from anything original, but I think it can still offer a solid storytelling experience due to its protagonists having pre-existing identities. To be fair, I really get the appeal of being able to customize a character's name and appearance, but it seems like the story always suffers no matter how well the dialogue of our supporting cast is written. This was the trouble I encountered as I tried to get myself to care about Remnant's story. With the assumed protagonists of evilwest having pre-established identities, the characters we play are authentically woven into the story, with an option to connect with them if we choose. I really like that Focus Entertainment decided to not shaft PS4 and Xbox One players by making evilwest available for current gen systems. My lingering concern, however, is whether or not the game will be playable without a persistent internet connection. evilwest does not appear to be a live service game, but we've seen similar titles require a persistent connection. I think of how Back 4 Blood and Outriders require players to be connected to the internet just to access its story content. PvP and multiplayer modes I get, but any campaign that can be done solo should be available offline. Hopefully, evilwest will not require this and enable us to access any single-player content without being tethered to the web. Another question I have is whether evilwest will support cross-platform multiplayer, since Focus Entertainment offers a selection of games with this feature. Farming Simulator 22, SnowRunner, and most notably World War Z are games that come to mind when I think of this possibility. I understand that the dev team is different for each game, but I just wonder if cross-play is something that Flying Wild Hog is willing to implement if it hasn't already. A lack of cross-play isn't an automatic deal-breaker for me, but it would be cool if I knew that I can lobby up with friends on different systems if I want to. With me already being immersed in the Outriders universe and having plans to play its Worldslayer expansion, it may be some time before I turn my attention to evilwest. That being said, it definitely appears to be wishlist worthy, and I encourage fans of these type of shooters to consider getting the game if it earns good reviews. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts about the upcoming action shooter, evilwest. Is it a week one purchase, a wishlist ad for later, or will you pass on it altogether? Tell me what, if anything, you hope to experience from this game. You can talk to me about evilwest in the comments below or in chat while I'm live on Twitch. Remember to like or dislike this video, then hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications if you're new to the channel. For ways to support this content, you can find associated links within the video's description. Until next time, I've been Brother Cam, and this has been a video about the upcoming vampire thriller, evilwest. Week 1. Wishlist or nah?